Now coming to logical operators. So logical operators, very important logical operators. So you have OR operator, AND operator, NOT operator, double and double OR.
Yes, sir.
So just like int a is equal to 45, char ch is equal to single quotes में single character, or float fl is equal to, these are the different data types basically we are storing. Okay, these are the different data types we are storing. Like that, there is a data type called as boolean. Most important data type is boolean, which accepts only true or false, which accepts only true or false. For a tester, automation tester, this boolean data type is very important. Okay, so boolean b is equal to false. Either it takes true or it takes false. Boolean data type. Now we have learned in higher secondary Boolean algebra, truth table and all. So OR operator. OR operator, see how it operates is from left side it will operate. First it will operate this one, a less than b, a greater than b, true or false. Then it will operate c less than d, c equal to d, something. So this can be true or false, this can be true or false. So 2 power 2, so 2 cross 2, 4 combinations you are getting. The nature of OR operator is that it is true if at least one of them is true. One of them is true, output is true. One of them is true, the output is true. One of them is true, the output is true. If both are false, then the output is false. That is the nature of OR operator. That is the nature of OR operator. First it will evaluate left side, then it will go for right side, then it will apply the OR, check. One of them is true or not. So one of them is true, the output is true. At least one of them is true, the output is true. If both are false, then it is false. Clear, everybody? Clear? Kavita, Saloni, Shruti, with Vinita?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now there is something called as double OR. So it is called as logical short circuit OR operator. It is used for faster execution. It is used for faster execution. That means sometimes right condition is not required to evaluate because you know the answer. Because you know the answer. At least one of them is true. Okay? Okay, if at least one of them is true. Here we can put it like this. If at least one of them is true. If you see these two, right, the left side is true. When you know that one of them is true and the left side is true, you don't need to evaluate the right side. You don't need to evaluate the right side. In this case, not required right side. It is anyhow it's going to be true. In this case, it is not required to evaluate the right side. Anyhow, it's going to be true only. So when the left side is true, when you give double OR like this, okay, it will not execute the right side at all. It will straight away tell it is true. Clear, everybody?
Yes.
Okay. So now I'll remove this. If you go to AND operator, okay, if at least one of them is false, the output is false. At least one of them is false, the output is false. One of them is false, the output is false. One of them is false, the output is false. So at least one of them is false, the output is false. Both need to be true, then only the output is true. That is the nature of AND operator. There is something called as double AND. It is called logical short circuit AND operator. It is used for faster execution. It is used for faster execution. That means right side condition not required for some conditions. Okay, some conditions. Okay, so the right side it won't evaluate. At least one of them is false means it is false, right? When you know that the left side is already false and you are going like this, No need to check the right side, you tell false. Left side is false, right side may be true, but I don't care. Straight away it is false. So double and if you know that the left side is false, right side will not execute. Clear everybody?
Once repeat this one and
Yeah.
double and.
Yeah. So this is false or this is false and this is false. So what is the nature of AND operator? Both need to be true, then only it is true. If one of them is false, at least the output is false. When you know that the left side is false and one of them is false, it is false. Do you need to check the right side? This one,
No.
we don't need to check. Straight away false, you can tell. Here
Yes.
also false, right side may be true, but I don't care. I will tell I know the output is false. Clear now?
Yes.
Now, you people are able to hear me now? Yes, no? You people are able to hear? There was a power off and again it came. You people are able to hear me? Yes, no? Please confirm. Kavita, Saloni, able to hear me? Yes, today. The second video will start from now. Okay, so if you see here, now Boolean x is equal to, okay, Boolean x is equal to A or B. Actually, this will happen first. That value you are storing in a variable called x, which is of type Boolean. So true or false, you will not get 145, okay, 36.8, you will not get like that. You will get only true or false only. So A or B, what is the output? Anybody? A or B means A is true or false. True or false, the output is
True. True.
so very good. So if you print x, right? If you print x, then the output is true. Clear everybody? Okay. Now A, which is true, and B, which is false. If you are storing in Y, which is of type Boolean, and you are printing Y, what is the output? Anybody?
False.
False. Very good. SYSO control space Y. So if I give this, it will give me false. Done, not done. Okay. Written, not written. Opposite is not written. Like that, A is true. Not A is what? Anybody? If I store that value in Z, okay, not A. A is true. Not A is, there is some internet connection instability message coming. You people are able to hear me?
Yes.
Fine. So what is the output now? If I give Z, what is the output? A is true. Not A means opposite. False.
False.
False you are storing here, and if you print Z, it should give you false here. False. Like that. B is false. Not B is what? Anybody?
True.
True. So if you store in Boolean and if you give W and if you print W, so the output is true. Now what I'll do, I'll give not A and B and not A and B and A and not B. First the brackets will be evaluated. Okay. So in between, if I put OR operator and if I store it in a variable called V and if I print V, okay, what is the output? There is an extra bracket here. What is the output? Please let me know. Take your time. First brackets you have to evaluate, then you have to put the OR operator. So what is the output?
True.
True. Can anybody explain me? A is false, A is true, not A is false. False and anything is false. So left side of this part of OR operator is false. Remember that, false. A is true, B is false, but not B is true. True and true, it is true. This side it is false, this side it is true, but this is OR operator. One of them is true, it is true, so it is true.